Hello and welcome to my channel. I'm Maggie and Poco Beauty released their new foundation and concealer. I placed in my order yesterday and it arrived not too long ago. It's almost lunchtime, so it arrived around 11 o'clock. So I'm going to quickly do an unboxing and show you what I got, and then I will show you the products, the foundation, the concealer, and I have some other Poco Beauty products that I've bought throughout the year last year. So I thought I would use that on my face as well. Do mostly a full face of Poco Beauty. I don't have their eye pencil and I don't have any of their lip products. So except for that, I can do a full face of Poco Beauty and I'll show you what all the products look like. So I picked up the foundation and the concealer. The foundation is called the Skintuition Complexion Protect Foundation SPF 50. I'm gonna do my best to get it to focus. And I picked up the shade Hazelnut. So this is what it looks like, and this is the shade Hazelnut. I think I'm good. So this is the shade Hazelnut, and I'm going to just do a quick blend. And let me just blend it in all the way. Right, so this is the shade Hazelnut. And then I picked up the Skintuition Full Coverage Concealer. And this is in the shade Santorini. So it looks like the foundation is, it seems like it's meant to be a skin tint, although it looks like it has good coverage. So I don't know if it's meant to be like a skin tint because it doesn't apply like a skin tint. It's got a lot more coverage than I would say a skin tint has. So this is the concealer in the shade Santorini, and it's a nice thick formula. So I will try and blend this out. Blends out really nicely, and that looks like a good shade as well. So this one on the website said it was medium deep with a peachy undertone, and that sounded like me, so that's what I took, and I'm very happy. I'm happy with both shade matches. I'm happy with the foundation. You can even barely see it there, and then the concealer you can see is a little bit brightening but barely there. This is how I like my concealer. I don't like my concealer to be lighter. I like it to be pretty much my skin with a little bit of peach because I'm prone to dark hyperpigmentation, which I want to cover up. I'm very happy with the shade matches so far. I'm excited to try it on my face. But so far it looks like very good shade matches. Now that it's dried down a bit, I don't even see anything on my skin there. I can see where the concealer is because it's bright, but the foundation is looking quite good. Good coverage as well. Yeah. I also picked up the Poco Beauty Eye Veil. This is the liquid shadow. This is in the shimmering shade. So this is Pink Champagne. I previously bought their matte shades. I bought the two deeper mattes. So this is Grounded and this is Sable. They have a lighter brown as well, but I didn't pick that one up. That's the shade Buttercream, I believe. I like these two, so I'm going to stick with these two, and then I thought I would try the shimmering one. So this is Pink Champagne. I'll try this one out today. And then I pulled out some of my other products and I'll show it to you while I finish my face. So I'm very eager to get started with the foundation. I'm going to come in closer. I'm going to take my glasses off and let's play with makeup. So because this feels like quite a thicker formula foundation, I'm going to apply it to the back of my hand and then place some on the brush. I'm not going to put it directly on my face because it doesn't seem like a skin tone. It seems like a lot more coverage than, it seems like a foundation, to be fair, and it's called a foundation. So I'm going to put this much first. And she does have brushes. She came out with foundation brush and a concealer brush as well. I didn't pick it up. I've got a lot of brushes, so I didn't feel like I wanted to pick it up. I'm just going to go in with my Danessa Myricks My One foundation brush. The sun's out. I do have my ring light out, but it might be a little bit weird with the light as the sun comes and goes, but I prefer natural light anyway, so I hope that you'll be able to see what it looks like. I've only put it on half of my face. I do need to mention though, earlier this morning, it's lunchtime now, when I finished my skincare this morning, I did use the Poco Beauty Universal Glow Treatment. I love this product. This I use as the final step in my skincare routine because it's an SPF 50 broad spectrum sunscreen, but it's also this really nice glowy, it can be used as a glowy primer, but it can also just be used as just a glowy, you know, as a finish to your skincare routine, and it has sunscreen. So I did put that on, but it was at about 8 something this morning. So it's been a few hours since, you know, it's settled into my skin. But I just thought I would mention that I did use this as well. This light layer feels like a very nice natural finish. I want to build it up a little bit more just to see what it looks like built up. So I'm going to do that. I'm just going to take this much more and just, I'm going to build it up where I feel I want a bit more coverage. I shouldn't maybe put too much under my eye, huh? You know what? I'll put under my eye here, and then on this eye, I'll use the concealer. It does build up nicely. It doesn't look too heavy, and I'm very happy with the shade match. So I've come in a bit closer. Hopefully you'll be able to see it better even though the sun is out. This side I have nothing on, and on this side I have the foundation on, and it looks very skin-like, very natural. It has quite a good coverage, and yeah, it did a very good job with my under eye as well, to be fair. I'm going to go in on the other side with just a small amount, and I'm going to do my best to avoid the under eye area, and then I'll leave like this under eye open to see what the concealer can do. I tried. I tried. It's a very skin-like, but there's a bit of matte to it, so it's a good finish. It doesn't feel too drying on my skin. So this is with foundation, and I did my best to not put too much under there, but I kind of did go in there a little bit. Now let's try out the concealer. This is quite a thick formula, so I don't want to put too much. I'll just put 3 dots to start with. And then I love this My 2 brush. Small angle. What's this one? So let's see. Yeah, I think I definitely put too much there. Gonna take some on my eyelid just because I have too much on my brush. I think that worked really well. It doesn't look like it's creasing too much as well. Let me come in closer. So I'll always get creasing like in these lines there, but I think it's doing a good job. It's a little bit too yellow for me, so I would probably use this under the foundation. If you look at this side, the foundation actually did quite a good job. So if I just take my foundation brush and maybe go over this, I think it might neutralize that yellow just a little bit, because this side without the concealer actually looks better. It doesn't look as yellow. And I'm just going to even it out. I'm going to just put some of this on this side. I like the finish though. It's very skin-like, very natural, doesn't look too heavy. I didn't build it up. I'm sure I can build it up to like hide some of these spots on my skin, but I'm okay. I'm okay with that. I don't want to build it up too much. And I like where I am at the moment. So I'm going to stick with this. I'm a little hesitant about putting too much. I did put too much. If I only used one like dot of this under my eye, it would have looked better. It wouldn't look as yellow, but I will definitely try this again, 1 dot under, and then put the foundation over, just so that the peachiness of the foundation kind of neutralizes the yellow in this concealer. But it is good for brightening. But yeah, I'll play with that a bit more. I do have some other products from Poco Beauty that I want to play with, and the first one is going to be the eye veil. So I'm going to use the eye veil. This is in the shade Grounded as my base color. And I'm going to use my Yummy Skin My 31 blush. This is just a tapered fluffy brush, and I'm going to go in with just a little bit of this eyeshadow. And that's it. I like it. I really like this eyeshadow. It's a nice thick formula. It evens out my eyelids quite nicely, and it's quick. I like that it's quick. So this is my eyes with just the shade Grounded, and what I can do is I can take the darker shade Sable, and I can just build up a little bit of definition on the outside of my eye. And I'm not going to use too much. I'm going to use the same brush, and I'm just going to go in with the smallest amount of Sable, and I'll just create just a hint of smoke. It's more like definition than smoke. I'm coming closer because I think with the sunlight it might be hard to see the difference, but there's a tiny bit of definition. I'm just going to take a little bit of whatever's left on my brush and then just add it to the bottom as well. And then I want to play with this pink champagne shade because I've tried the mattes before. I've used it quite a few times and I like it. And I don't know how different the shimmer shade will be to the matte. So I picked up just the one shade. This is pink champagne. There's another pinkier tone. But because I don't really put a lot of pink on my eyes, I chose this one. And let's do a quick swatch. This is what it looks like. And I'll just blend it out a wee bit like that. It's very nice, very natural shimmer. And I'm going to use the My 30, just a smaller taper for this. Because I just want to wash it over my eyelid. I don't want to do too much. I'm going to go back in with the brush that I used the matte shadow in, and I'll just blend out the ends. So this is my eyeshadow. She does have eye pencils, but I haven't picked those up yet. I want to. At some point I will. But for today, I'm just going to use my Eldridge Seamless Glides because they're my old favorites, and that's what I usually reach for. So I'm going to use, you can see this one is this one is quite small. I use it a lot. So this is the Seamless Glide eye pencil in the shade Ground Coffee. And I'm just going to line my my lid. Just line it a little bit. So because I have hooded eyes, this happens often. I just take my finger and I pull it before the pencil sets. And that's all that I do. And then I'm going to go in with Renaissance Gold. This is probably my second favorite one from Eldridge. And this I mainly use on my lower waterline. So that's probably why it's not as used up. I just add a small amount there. And there's a little bit of black in this color that helps to define, but also the gold brightens and makes my eyes look a little bit bigger, which I like. Okay, so then let's go on to brows. I have two products from Poco Beauty for brows. I have the brow pen, the TFD, I think it's the Finer Detail brow pen, and then I also have the brow blade. So the pen is very nice when you want to fill in and draw some very precise lines. Sometimes, you know, like at this end bit of my eyebrows, I can use this to like make it look like I have fuller brows. And then the brow blade is basically a pencil type, but it's a very thick flat blade that also allows you to like draw fine lines, but it's a pencil formula, not a liquid formula. And it does both comes with spoolies at the end, so you can, you know, brush your brows. And then the brow blade also comes with this little sort of gritted file. It feels gritty, it's not smooth, where you can actually file the brow blade down. I did do it once, but I'm not a fan. I don't want to waste the product, and I don't feel like I need to, but the option is there if you want to file the product down to get a more precise pencil to fill in your brows. I like both products, but I feel like I reach for the blade more than the pen, just because the pen you have to be a bit more, you have to do it, you have to take care, take a bit more time. The blade, I just I'm quick with the blade, so that's mostly the reason why I reach for it more. I take this and I just fill in where I need. I don't care about being too precise because I use the spoolie at the end to fix in my brow. So whatever I, you know, didn't do too well, the spoolie kind of just fixes it in for me, and that's all I do. So I like this product. I know you can probably do much better than me, but that's what I use it for, and this is what I tend to do because I'm very lazy with my brows. So I'm going to do the other brow quickly. I can also show you what the pen is like. It's such a fine, my hand's not as steady as it can be, you know. It's a very, you can create finer lines than this, I'm sure. Yeah, like that. It's just that I don't reach for it as often because I need to be a bit more careful, but you can do that. And you can see I'm not very neat with it, so you know, I always go in with the spoolie at the end to just smudge it because I'm not very neat with it. But yeah, I prefer the blade over the pen, but at least you have an option. If you like a liquid one, you can go for the pen. I like the blade. And then I do have her mascara. So this is the Empower Volume Mascara. I have it in pitch black. I forgot to mention that the brow blades come in 3 shades. I have it in both in black. So the shades are Raven, but they come in lighter shades as well. The mascara comes in 2 shades, a brown and a black. I took the black, so this is the shade Pitch Black. And the mascara is nice. I'm just not a fan of this wand. So it's quite a wide, chunky wand. And I feel like because I am always in a rush, I don't spend a lot of time with my eye makeup. I mess a lot, even when I'm not in a rush, to be honest. I mess a lot with this because it's quite a thick, chunky wand, especially on my lower lash line. And I know some people like to use a mascara for their top lashes and a different mascara for the lower lashes. I don't have time for that. So I always use one for both top and bottom lashes. But the mascara itself does work very well. It gives you good volume, it fans out the lashes, does everything that I would like a mascara to do in one coat. I wish we could get an option of a thinner wand. Maybe some people like this one, but for me, I'm too clumsy and I miss too much. So I'll do my best to not miss. I've gotten better at it, but some days I just miss. But you can see the mascara works very well. I'm definitely getting better with using this wand. Have not missed today, but there have been days. But yeah, maybe it's just me getting used to a thicker wand. I don't know, but yeah, I don't know. I keep using it a bit longer, and then maybe I'm going to be liking the wand so much that I don't know, maybe I'll change my mind. So this is what it looks like with the mascara. The mascara is beautiful though. Yeah, I like it. And then the last product that I have from Poco Beauty is her blush. So this is the Cheek Haze Cream Blush, and I have it in the shade Oh Petal. She has some really fun shades. I might pick up like one of the peachier shades for summer, because I do like the formula. So this is what my blush looks like. It's not the cleanest because I have used it quite a bit, but I do like her formula for this. So this is a cream blush, but once it's applied, it kind of sets down into a powder. It's not too pigmented, so well, I think you can really build it up, but I like a blush that's just a flush of color. I don't like too much blush in one go. I like to be able to build it up slowly, which I feel like I can do that with this blush. Gives you a flush of color. And I'm gonna go in on this side. I'm just gonna put a little bit on my nose. This is how I like my blush. I'm pretty sure you can build it up. I can do it on the back of my hand to show you. So let me take quite a bit on the brush. And then let me do it on this hand. That's quite a bit. And then I guess if you wanted to build it up, you can really go. Very pigmented, but I don't want that much blush on my cheeks, so this is how I like my blush. And I like that in the first swipe you can, you know, put just a small amount in. Even if you put too much, you can go in with your foundation brush, and you can always just build it up if you feel like the foundation brush takes a bit too much off. I'll put a little bit more on just so that you can see. There you go. So those are all of the products that I have from Poco Beauty. She does have lip products, but I've never picked them up. I don't know. She has like a lip balm and she has a lip gloss, and I'm not a fan of lip glosses too much, and the lip balms. Also, they, you know, they're very like a light lip balm, so they're not really kind of lip products that I reach for, and that's why I never picked them up. At the moment, I have Violette Effect Bisou Balm on my lips, so I will just deepen this a bit because I have had it for quite some time, and I did drink some coffee earlier, so I'll just put a little bit more on, and I'm going to stop here. So this is the finished look. I do want to check under my eyes quickly. It looks like the foundation, no, this is the side with the concealer. There's a tiny bit of creasing there, but that's expected. And then on this side, a little bit more. So this side had more of the foundation instead of the concealer, and this creased more, which makes sense because it's a thinner formula. I'm just going to use my finger just to rub it in. But I would say the concealer worked very well. I think I would prefer if there's another shade of this concealer with just a bit more warm peachiness, a bit less yellow, because then I could use it under my eyes. You can see a little bit of yellow here that didn't quite cover, because the concealer is quite thick, and you don't see it on this side with just the foundation. So I like the shade in the foundation. I would like maybe the similar shade in the concealer. The next shade in the concealer looked a bit too dark for me, but I think she might extend her shade ranges. I think she just started with this shade range, and I think it's a good shade range because it's something that, you know, I could actually pick online easily and use as well. So I'm very happy with that. So this was just a very quick try on video. So for my first impressions, I'd say I do like the products. They applied very easily. The concealer was nice and thick and worked well under the eyes. I would like maybe a bit more warmer peachy undertone concealer. Hopefully that may be a possibility in the future. But yes, I'll keep playing with the products and seeing how I feel with them. This is just my first impression, and I like how it turned out. Let me know in the comments what you think about these products. I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope that it was helpful for you, and if you did, please give me a like and please subscribe if you would like to see more beauty content from me. I hope that you have a lovely day further. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye.